Hello and welcome everyone to another NASCAR Racing 2003 live stream. How are you all doing today? Did you guys have a good holidays? How was your Christmas? How was your Hanukkahs, your Kwanzas? Any other holiday for any other religion that might be celebrated around this time? Hope you guys had a good one. And there we go. There we go. Just trying to get everything sorted out on Twitch. Looks like we are up and running. Alright, and just want to start off by apologizing if you guys couldn't guess. Yeah, the reason it's been a few days since you've heard from me was because all the holidays and stuff, we kind of made some last minute plans. I didn't think I was having too much going on. That's why I didn't really make any announcements that I was going to be gone for a couple days, but that ended up being the case. I apologize for leaving without warning, but I am back, and I am glad to be back, and let's jump back into the reenactments. So as you can see by the title of today's video, making sure the microphone's on, I'm going to be attempting to recreate one of the more famous wrecks in NASCAR history, Elliott Sadler's 2003 Talladega flip in the EA Sports 500. You guys have all seen this one. I don't even need to look this one up. He's in a big pack of cars. I believe it was, I want to say it was Waltrip and Junior were near the lead. Junior made a move. Elliott Sadler reacted to it. He came down on Kurt Busch, I believe. And then, yeah, got spun out. Went up in the air, landed on his roof, and then barrel rolled a few times going into turn 3 down the banking. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, I'm just paranoid that I'm going to have these videos taken out for copyright if I ever show a replay on the stream itself of one of the more popular wrecks that have happened throughout history. So since you guys know that one, I don't really need to show a replay, just you guys know which wreck I'm talking about. Alright, and here is his 2003 car from that year. The M&M Ford with all the scared looking M&Ms, at least on the back, the peanut one. Alright. Where's all my people at Twitch at? On Twitch at. There we go. Well, I guess I haven't done anything in a few days, and I did this one without warning, so I'm not really expecting there to be a huge live audience, but hello everyone else on YouTube watching this. How are you guys doing? Alright, so I'm going to be using the original Talladega, since I believe that's the closest to 2003 there is. I apologize for my voice. It's starting to go out a little bit again. My cold that I'm never going to get over. Here we have, oh yeah, I'll go out to the opponent manager. I made a roster of all the cars I believe were in the pack during this wreck. I don't think they're all going to be in perfect order, since this wreck is a pretty difficult one. The flip itself, I'm not going to be really concerned where everyone is exactly at AI-wise, just so long as the flip itself is decent. I'll try, hopefully, to spin off the nose of Kurt Busch if I can, to maybe be right behind of Junior, but if I don't get those details every time, I'm not gonna fret, because yeah, just like I said, the main part of this reenactment is going to be the flip itself, not necessarily where all the AI cars are in the pack. Alright, so now that I showed you guys that, that's this roster, Sadler 03 flip. Max number of cars. 88's good speed. Realistic weather. And as usual for my wrecks where I'm trying to do a airborne crash on command, I turned the track temperature way down to the negative 100s, as you can see there, and then turned the grip just up ever so slightly to compensate for it. I want it to be sunny out, so let's restart that session. There we go. Yeah, the grip isn't turned up much at all, but just enough to kind of compensate for how cold the track surface is. Because if you don't compensate by turning the grip up a little bit, it's like, it's very slick. As you can already tell by that. But once you get up to speed, it's not really a factor. Alright, so I need to get spun out like right before that one road. And hope I'm in the air slash sliding on my roof long enough to get to turn 3 and start barrel rolling. But not... But hopefully stay on my roof until the start of turn 3. Alright, so Michael Waltrip is up front. So is Kurt Busch, but I don't see Junior. But, so like I said, I'm not going to be too concerned with where all the AI cars are. But yeah, Kurt Busch is about right where he was in the pack, so that's good. So I'll try right now. First attempt, here we go. Are you guys ready? So what did you guys all get for Christmas? Anything good? Any coal? Any socks? Alright, I'm just gonna try it on the first lap here, see if I have enough speed built up to even do a blowover. Alright, I guess I'm coming across the nose of Dale Jarrett. Alright, so like right here. Oh. Alright, so I think I need to maybe wait a lap to get up to speed. Because I wasn't quite going fast enough to get upside down there. Or maybe take the roof laps off at some point, but gonna keep them on for now.
Drivers, start your
Alright, until people start chatting, I'm just gonna uncheck this just to unclutter the screen a little bit, because I am recording live to Twitch right now, but I don't think too many people are watching. But if I see some people start to chat, I will turn that back on. Unfortunately, I don't have quite as big of a Twitch following as I do on YouTube. Not to say my YouTube following is huge or big by any means, but it's a little bit bigger than my Twitch following. I believe, if I'm reading the little thing correctly, there are 2 people watching on Twitch right now. One, I believe, being me right here. Speaking of which, I meant to full screen this. There we go. Excuse me. Alright, so gonna try again on the first lap. But except spin off the nose of Kurt Busch this time. Hopefully he'll stay in about that place. So if I can get to like 185, 190 by the time I get to that part of the backstretch I need to get spun out on. Alright, 165. Oh, I suppose shifting there would have helped. Alright. Oh. I was gonna get upside down, except Kurt Busch kind of stayed with me and ruined that attempt for me. I got hooked to him. Maybe I need to increase the drafting distance just ever so slightly. People seem to be a little too spaced out than they should be. I was gonna get upside down, except Kurt kind of propped me back up right there.
Drivers, start your engines.
Alright, so I do have restrictor plates on, because I want the cars to be as bunched up as possible to have a fairly condensed pack like there was in the 2003 EA Sports 500 way back then. Back when he did flip over. So I want to keep restrictor plates on and roof flaps, but I turned the track temperature down, which usually helps with getting way airborne. I don't know, maybe I could try turning that down a little more. I don't know if that would do any more of a difference. But aside from that, do you guys have any other suggestions of how to help me get airborne and stay in the air longer, aside from turning restrictor plates off and or roof flaps? Do you guys have any other suggestions? Maybe I'll try turning the track temperature down a little bit more. Yeah, aside from Junior not being up front, I like this, because Michael Waltrip, I believe, was leading, or in second, and then, yeah, he gets spun out from Kurt Busch. Come on, Kurt. Stop lollygagging. Oh, sorry, Bobby. God damn it. Didn't mean for that to happen. Hey, there's Junior. Well, I didn't mean for that to happen. Sorry, Bobby. So as you guys can see, even though I turned the grip up a little bit to compensate for the negative 100s Arctic temperatures, it's still, I didn't turn it up at all to really make it noticeable. So yeah, I still spun out just normally once I get up to speed. And when you turn the track temperature down too, your acceleration goes up a little bit, even if you still have restrictor plates on. If you guys were wondering about how I'm accelerating so quickly here. I believe I still have restrictor plates on. But even if I don't, I probably shouldn't turn them on if I don't at this point, because I'm having trouble getting upside down as it is. So how about them Packers? One game away from running the table. Excluding playoffs, that is. If Washington loses tomorrow, I don't really wish for any team to lose that I don't have a grudge against. I don't mind Washington at all, but if they lose, the Packers are guaranteed a playoff spot even if the Packers lose, so I am hoping that Washington loses. Sorry, DC/Redskins fans. But I want to see my team make the playoffs, even if they happen to have a hiccup in their last game of the regular season. Alright, not going to do it to Jeff like I did to Bobby Labonte. Oh, damn it. I think Kurt came up the track and took out some people. Huh. Why am I having trouble getting airborne? Well, not airborne, but upside down and staying airborne for a while. That's what I meant to say. Next. Do you guys have any suggestions? Yeah, maybe I'll take a look at the track INI after a couple more attempts. If they are failed attempts. Let's go on board for this attempt. Maybe that'll help. I've had luck with this in the past. We'll get to see what Elliott Sadler saw back in 2003.
Whoa, 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 slow down. Stay behind the 49 car on the outside line. Pace car's in. Let him by. Stay behind the 49 car on the
Alright, there's
outside
Kurt.
line.
Gonna squeeze back into where I've been.
Let him by.
I think I can get upside down and stay airborne for a while. I just need to kind of get spun out the right way. I just think some luck needs to be involved, obviously. Alright, I guess. God damn it. Why does it keep happening? Alright, so let's try recreating Elliott Sadler's flip a bit differently. By taking out the pack when they come back around. Take out some frustration of the first half dozen or so failed attempts.
You've been disqualified for reckless driving.
Yeah. Who cares? Well, lots of
Here comes
sirens
the leader.
outside.
The yellow flag is out.
There, he flipped. Reenactment complete. See how that looked. Oh, oh, there they are. And lots of cars took a ride. Alright, next.
Drivers,
You guys just get to see the delay right there.
your engines.
How long have we been doing this? Yeah, a couple more attempts. I'll take a look at the INI. Going on 20 minutes. I'll try to make a full hour this time. It's been a while since my last stream. My back doesn't hurt too much. I don't work tonight. So yeah, I have no excuses not to do at least a full hour. And we'll take a look at the track INI after this attempt if I don't get it here. Would that be incredible if I did get it right here? Having just said that. Still not a single person chatting on Twitch.
Pace car's in. Stay behind the 49 car on the outside
Alright, I
line.
need to try to squeeze in front of Kurt.
Let him by.
There we go.
Let him by. Green flag, green flag. Green, green, green. Under showing the black flag. Looks like it's
Come on, Kurt, hurry up.
Make it to a stopping zone.
Hurry up, Kurt, get up to speed. Literally and figuratively. Oh,
The yellow
so I
flag
got
is
upside
out.
down, just not the way I was supposed to. And I didn't even do a quite blowover, I kind of just dug in. It was almost like Rusty Wallace-esque. Just in the wrong spot of the track. Well, I technically barrel rolled in turn 3. Alright, so let's take a look at the track INI and see what we got here. Exit out of the game. No, the screen's gonna be black for you. Just for a second. Bear with me. Here we go. Window caps. Streamception. Where'd the things go? Here we go. Alright, so let's go into tracks. Down to Talladega. Track INI. By the way, I do have backups for all these. Yeah. Track. Am I supposed to be 1 or 4? Whatever, I'm keeping it at 1. See, the grip is like up to 1.5. Let's turn this down just like 1.37. Maybe that'll, or 4.7. Maybe that'll help me get a little more airborne. And then let's try doing that up by 0.1 for each of those. Where's AI bunching distance? 0.4. Drafting distance, 1.3. Alright, let's see what that did. Let's see if that did anything. Look at that, not a single dropped frame yet. Alright. The game is loading back up. Where we go? Or where is it? Here we are. Alright, single race. Alright, so let's see if the temperature and the grip and the bunching drafting distance did anything.
Drivers!
Right before this, I'm going to go get a beverage. I will be right back. Nothing like a cheap, lukewarm beer on your night off. Alright, so let's see if that made any difference. Itchy ear. Alright, physics feel alright so far. I don't remember all the numbers for the chassis type or track type for the track INI, so I don't even know if I have the right chassis right now or not for restrictor plates. Either way, if I don't have restrictor plates on right now, I'm not about to turn them on because I'm having trouble staying airborne long enough and getting upside down as it is, let alone
Let him by.
after turning restrictor plates on afterwards to make me go even slower.
Let him by. Stay behind the one car on the outside line.
So I know I asked briefly earlier, but what was everyone's favorite gift you got this year? And or just your favorite moment in general over the holidays so far? I'm still going to try to spin off the nose of Kurt Busch. Alright, so let's see if I can be going any faster. Alright, already up to 180. Why am I having trouble staying up in the air? That was a hard hit, driver's side. Alright, so the bunching distance seemed to help a little bit. And drafting, they seem to be a little more bunched together. Why am I having trouble staying up in the air? Is the wind going the wrong direction? Alright, maybe I'll try another session. It's going northwest that time. Let's see what happens if it's going a different direction. Plus I want a different qualifying order anyway. Alright, it's going northwest that time. It's going south this time. Let's see if that makes a difference. And let's see where Junior, Waltrip, and Bush are. Alright, Kurt Busch isn't... He's a little bit back in the field, but Waltrip and Junior are towards the front, so I'm just going to try this one anyway. Just like I said many times earlier, I'm not really concerned too much about where everyone is in the pack, as long as it's for the most part the right cars. Because obviously the flip of Elliott Sadler is the biggest aspect to this reenactment. Duh. Alright, so at least Junior's up front. Michael Waltrip's not too far back. But yeah, as long as it's still the right cars, and as long as Elliott Sadler's in a similar spot in the pack to where he was, and as long as the flip is pretty close, those are obviously the biggest priorities of this video, not where the AI are all in the highly condensed pack. Didn't mean to start out in third gear there, but it worked out. Maybe it looks like it's going to be Stewart to spin me out this time. Alright, so Junior's right in front of me, so that aspect will be on point. Oh. At least I got upside down that time. I think I just spun out a little too soon, though. Like, there's no yellow flag for that.
The yellow flag is out.
Oh, now there is. Yeah, I think I did that a little too soon. Yeah, why am I having trouble staying airborne for a while? Do I need to try taking roof laps off? I mean, I don't really want to, because I want to try to have these be visually as close as possible, including not disabling the roof flaps. But if I'm having trouble getting upside down / staying airborne for a while, I might have no other choice. Let's try a few more attempts first before I experiment with the roof flaps. I am going to try starting to experiment with some different engine sound packs. As long as there's a way where I can keep the originals backed up. Because I remember a while ago, like 5-6 years ago, before I really knew much about this game at all, when I was still fairly new to it, I remember I tried downloading that GTP mod, which kind of screwed up my entire game, and in turn changed the engine sounds for every single mod, and I couldn't figure out how to change them back. And it just sounded really weird having a bunch of stock cars with the same engine sounds as those supercars that they use at Le Mans, however you pronounce that correctly. So yeah, as long as I can have a way to keep the originals saved, have them backed up, I'm gonna try changing some of the engine sounds. At least for IndyCar. I love racing Indy cars with in this game, but I hate the stock car engine sounds when you try to race IndyCar. Looks like it's gonna be Stewart again. Hope to get a little more speed built up this time. Oh.
The yellow flag is out. There's too much debris on the track.
I mean, it's nowhere near close, but it was probably the closest I've gotten yet, which isn't saying much, but still. I got somewhat airborne, kind of tumbled a bit, and I started tumbling before I actually got to turn 3, but that was the closest I've gotten yet. God, I wish I... Actually, no, I take that back. I was going to say, I wish I still had the replay file saved from the version of this wreck I did like 6-7 years ago, but I just remembered it was in practice, and there was only like one other car I spun out from, and the flip itself was good, but everything else of the reenactment sucked, so that's why I'm redoing this one. I love the in-car engine sounds.
Stay behind the one car on the outside line.
Still not a single comment on Twitch. Is anyone even watching? We gotta check this out. Oh, still, it says just 2 people, a whole 2 people watching on Twitch. I believe one of them being me.
Let him by.
Well, to that one other person that's watching this, I thank you for joining in. It's nice having a live audience. As small as it is, it's still nice having a live audience. At least someone's watching this. As much as these are mainly for YouTube still, it's still cool having someone watch on Twitch. And speaking of YouTube, everyone's watching this on YouTube right now, if I can talk correctly. Thank you very much for doing so. Thank you for your support. That being said, please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and continue that support, and I will continue the videos. Barring some unexpected holiday plans where I have to take a couple-day break without warning, I apologize again for that. But I hope you guys understand. It's the holidays. Stuff comes up. Alright. Come on.
The yellow flag is out. There's too much
Keep
debris
tumbling.
on the track.
That was looking promising, actually. That wasn't too bad. I mean, obviously, that's not going to be a keeper, but not too bad, as in that's a good step in the right direction. Because he got up, he kind of stayed on his roof for a little bit while tumbling around, but then he was able to get to turn 3 and start tumbling. So yeah, obviously not a keeper, but a good step in the right direction. Just showing that I can potentially get a good run with the settings I have right now, without changing or taking the roof flaps off. So I just need to get good speed built up down the backstretch and wait till kind of before that very last road to get spun out. Kind of do it pretty quickly so I get turned around and get into the air really quick before I get too much speed scrubbed off from the spin itself. Alright, I think I'm slowly figuring out what I need to do. Attempt by attempt. Trial and error of what I need to do and not do for the next one.
Let him by.
Stream Cheese is now auto-hosting you. I don't know what that means, but thank you, whatever that means.
On the outside line.
I will take it. I'm sure that's like some basic terminology for Twitch, but for those of you that don't know, I'm basically still brand new to Twitch, so
Let him by.
yeah. I don't know what auto-hosting means. Is there a link to this stream like on his channel then?
Green flag, green flag, green
I don't know what that means. I'll take it though. I need to like be going about 190 before I spin myself out, and then I'll feel comfortable with the speed. Oh, darn it. Right as I was going to turn left into Stewart, I accidentally clipped Gordon. That was a pretty big accidental wreck. Yeah, right. I was trying to bump draft Gordon so I could have enough room to get in front of Stewart. Yeah, because if I turn right there, I might have been too side by side to him. So I was trying to bump draft Gordon to get in front of Stewart, but by the time I started to turn left to go down in front of Stewart, I accidentally clipped Gordon and collected half the field. That's right, they didn't have safer barriers back in 2003.
Drivers, start your engines!
I forgot that. Alright, let's try not to screw up this attempt. Oops. As I start in reverse. Pillows on my chair. Starting to slide. There we go. This shitty old wooden kitchen chair. So I still don't have a decent office chair yet. It's not a matter of I can't get one, it's a matter of I'm trying to find the right one before I spend a decent amount of money on a chair. I've been shopping. So I wanted an office chair at first, obviously, but then I thought I kind of want something almost with the stationary forelegs, because if I get an office chair with wheels, given that the majority of what I do aside from video editing and just a few other internet things, yeah, the majority of what I do is these damn racing stream videos. So if I am using an office chair with how much I'm pushing up against the gas pedal and the brake pedal, if I get an office chair with wheels, I'm just going to be sliding away from the computer screen every 5 seconds. Like pushing away from the desk on a chair with wheels. Alright, I guess we're going to spin off of Waltrip. Come on. Oh, darn it. I thought he was maybe going to stay on his roof when he spun around and then start tumbling once he got into the banking of turn 3. Alright, at least I think I got the bunching distance down. The pack looks fairly good. It's not quite as close together as I should be, but looks, from afar, looks fairly close. Yeah, right there. When he was spinning around, I thought he was going to still stay on his roof right here as opposed to tumbling back. Then, yeah, I thought he might have been able to tumble on his roof then going into the banking. Darn it.
Drivers, start your engines!
Screw my battery. How many minutes do I have? Alright, I'm probably going to get going right around an hour. Yeah, perfect. It says I have 18 minutes left on my, left on the battery on my computer, on my laptop right here, and we're right around the 41-minute mark. So it'll be perfect. Shortly after my laptop dies, then is when I'll go. So that'll be right around an hour. Well, I'm starting to get a couple close ones. Not too terribly close, but some of these attempts are definitely a step in the right direction. Might have to have a two-parter for this one, which I would not be that surprised going into it, given the difficulty of this wreck. Speaking of difficult wrecks, as you can tell by the number, we're quickly approaching episode 99, 100, 101, which I have a few special ones scheduled for those, including Austin Dillon's Daytona wreck. So for those of you that have been requesting that, stay tuned for these next few streams, given that we're approaching number 100. Because Austin Dillon's is going to be right around there with a few other cool surprises I'm sure you guys will like. Alright, looks like it's going to be Ryan Newman this time. Once again, it's not that big of a issue who I'm spinning off in front of, just as long as the flip itself is pretty damn close. Oh.
The yellow flag is out. There's too much debris on the track.
Well, he tumbled down turn 3. I think I took out a few cars. That was a hell of a wreck. Well, that was kind of like the... That was more the type of airborne flip I was going for. He just didn't complete the rest of the flip the right way. Because the way he got airborne was pretty close. I think I waited a little too long to get airborne that time. I think I waited a second too long. Yeah, let's see what happened with the rest of these guys. Michael Waltrip taking some big hits. Oh, bam. Ricky Craven getting destroyed. Is he gonna get hit again? Nope. Alright, next.
Drivers, start your engines!
Start your engine. Not a single comment on Twitch. That's gotta be a first. Even my first stream, I had some chats going on back and forth. I think it's just everyone probably thought I died or something. Oh, is that... It's 2016. I shouldn't make that joke. People would think I was serious. With everyone else that's been passing. Man, that sucks. As much as this year's been overshadowed by the damn election and a bunch of celebrity deaths, there's been a few good things.
Whoa, 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 slow down.
I have the memory of a damn goldfish, so I can't remember, but I saw some video the other day of... This is a little compilation of a few positive things that happened throughout this year. Because you don't hear about them too much, because they're overshadowed by all the other negative ones that everyone instead spent all their time talking about.
Let him by. Green flag.
Alright, so I don't know when the last attempt's gonna be. All I know is that whenever my laptop dies, that's gonna be my last attempt, and then whenever after that, I'm gonna do my usual, try to cause as big of a wreck as possible, and then I will end the stream. It's still gonna be another 10-15 minutes or so. Ugh, excuse me. Beer burps. Alright, come on, Michael Waltrip. Alright, come on, alright, and... Oh. Come on. Tumble. Oh. That wouldn't have been too bad if he started actually tumbling right there. Wouldn't have been perfect, but wouldn't have been terrible. Yeah, that's decent right there. If right there he started tumbling as opposed to just going back on his wheels. That might have been close. Oh, yeah, another low battery thing. I know. By the way, Stream Cheese, if you're watching this, either let me know in the chat box on Twitch or just post in the... Send me over a comment on any video on YouTube. Just let me know what auto-hosting means. I'm just curious. Or I suppose I can just Google it once I'm done with the damn stream right here. I have access to the internet. I'm sure I could find out myself. what auto hosting on Twitch means.
Stay behind the one car on the outside line.
Gonna be driving by day and by night today. It's my day off my usual job, but I'm gonna...
Let him by.
Been doing some streams, gonna do a couple other races.
Let him by.
Gonna get to an idea shortly after I'm done explaining. And then yeah, later tonight I think I'm gonna do some Ubering.
Stay behind.
So making some Skrilla by day and by night by driving. A little bit more at night.
Green flag, green flag. Green, green, green. Fans are showing us the black flag.
Sorry, Gordon.
Yellow.
Oops, I ruined that. God damn it.
Yellow flag is out.
God damn it. Alright, everyone still has to race back to the line, so have fun getting there before I
You all right?
cause my mayhem.
Looks like we're bent up on the back end. You've been disqualified for reckless driving.
Have I? Oh, I meant to go down pit road. Some half-destroyed car come flying the wrong way to take out the rest of the pack. It's not a scary sight at all.
Limit 55. Keep it under 3,500.
I don't think anyone even rolled over in that. Oh, here come the rest of the cars. Oh, and there goes my computer. What time are we at? I was gonna say that wasn't 18 minutes. It was like 8. And yeah, I think Dale Jarrett took the worst of that by far. Do you see that? It took about... Whose radiator was that? Oh, that was Junior's. It was Junior's front bumper / radiator that took about 6 seconds to fall back down. Right there. I want to see a spectator shot of that. Oh, someone did roll over right there. I spoke too soon. It was Junior that rolled over. Yeah, I want to see his bumper that goes flying up. Right there. It's hovering, hovering, hovering. Do you guys see that? Junior's... Oh, now it's coming back down. And then... Boom. Speaking of Junior hovering... I didn't even see him rolling over here. Oh, he got accidentally blindsided by Biffle. And that mixed with being in the grass caused him to dig in.
Start your engine!
Like Thanksgiving dinner. Dig in. Is that a bad joke? Oh yeah, but my idea I had, since I've been trying to download as many tracks as possible, I'm not gonna do them live, but just to have a good, clean database in case anyone on YouTube is ever curious, I'm gonna try to at some point just make a video for every single track I have, just one lap around so-and-so track onboard cockpit view with none of the on-screen stuff, just... So yeah, like for example, if I wanted to take a lap around 2003 Talladega, just have a lap around the track, like just like this. Because I've seen people do that for various tracks, especially some lesser known ones, but some of the videos I've seen, they're kind of lower quality, or they have a bunch of gauges and stuff in the way. I know some people, including myself, always are curious to see if they have if they're curious about a track for this game, if they just want to see one lap around so-and-so track, what that looks like, just from the point of view of the racer / gamer, without any of the on-screen stuff, or having some lower quality video getting in the way or interfering. And yes, I know some of those lower quality videos wasn't the uploader's fault, because a lot of those were uploaded before YouTube was to where it is now, to where you can upload really nice quality HD videos. Come on.
The yellow flag is out. There's too much debris on the track.
It's getting closer, but still no cigar. Still no cigar. As opposed to tumbling in the grass, I need to, yeah, just stay on my roof, like facing forwards and or backwards until I get to the banking around here. Then I need to dig in and tumble a few times back down the banking.
Drivers.
I'm getting the blowovers closer and closer than I thought I'd be able to get them, but the rest of the wreck hasn't been able to happen yet. Alright, 8 more minutes and then I'm gonna get going, so in about 3 or 4 attempts I'm probably gonna exit out, get a different roster for this track, bump up the number of opponents to 42, come back in and try to cause the biggest of ones. Oh yeah, and by the way, I didn't tell you guys another, excuse me, got an itchy nose, another idea for videos I have coming up in February, shortly before Daytona. In addition to, if I can get more organized with them, I'm gonna try to do 2 streams per day, every single day. One being the usual can I recreate of any various wrecks, and of course, like always, I'm always taking your guys' suggestions, so feel free to post them down below. But in addition to those, I'm going to be doing, I'm gonna have to pause to explain this because I'm terrible at multitasking. So, like say 7 days in front of the Daytona 500, I'll do a race at the earliest of Daytonas I can find, and or Daytona Beach using the 50s car set or 60s. And then the next day, 6 days before the 500, do the same thing but with 60s car sets, and then 5 days, 70s, 4 days before in 80s, 3 days before in the 90s, and so on and so forth. Just basically before each race per week, I'm going to try to chronologically build up, like the, how do I explain this? I'm trying to think of the right wording. Basically per decade, like the generations of said track, excluding some of the newer tracks. Like, I'm trying to think of like a really new track. I can't. But like a newer track that's only been around for a couple decades, just I'd find some other videos to do earlier in the week, and then the last couple days of the week, then I'd do like 80s California, 90s California. I don't know when California / Auto Club was made. I was just using that for an example. But let me know if you guys like that / watch those videos. Like, yeah, the days leading up to the 500, for example, I'd do like a race at Daytona Beach with the 50s car set. And then the next day I'd do Daytona, like early 60s Daytona with the 60s car sets, and then next day I'd do 70s car sets, and then next time I'd do 80s Daytona with the 80s car set. Yeah, let me know if you guys would like that, because I've been thinking about doing that for months now, but I've just been waiting for the start of this next NASCAR season to start, so I'd be able to do that organized and on the same schedule as the rest of the NASCAR circuit. God damn it, I didn't mean to do that. Man, hard wreck for Elliott right there. I did not mean to get hooked to Stewart right there. But yeah, those will not interfere with these streams. If I do those, I will be doing, hopefully trying to do 2 streams a day at least. And I have a couple other videos I'm working on. I'm working on a New Year's video as we speak. And I am working on a video where the last time I went to my grandma's for the Packer game, not the Vikings game, but a week and a half ago for the Bears game. We went to my grandma's house, and I remembered finally to bring my camera so I could record some shots of what I believe to be, I'm sure there's plenty others out there bigger, but what I believe to be, personally believe to be the biggest private NASCAR diecast car collection, at least in Wisconsin. Notice how I said in Wisconsin and private. Because I'm sure there's tons of like actual museums that are way bigger. And I'm sure other people own way bigger ones than her. But I'd be hard-pressed if you found
Whoa, slow down.
another private citizen, just a private collection within Wisconsin bigger than hers.
One car.
I'm sure you could find an actual museum or someone else outside of the state bigger, but within the state, being a private collection, I'd be hard-pressed if you could find one bigger than hers. So stay tuned for that video.
On the outside line.
I'm kidding you not, I'm guessing 10 to 20,000 cars of all different generations, eras, shapes and sizes, styles. If I had to get, they don't even have them all set up just because their entire basement basically is NASCAR diecast, and the reason they don't have more set up is because they don't have room, according to them. They basically have their entire basement filled with diecast, and they don't have more. The reason they don't have more than they do already set up is because they don't have more room. Alright, come on, Michael Waltrip. Come on. Oh, darn it. Alright, is this going to be my last attempt? Not this one, but the next one. Alright, yeah. This next one, after this one's going to be my last attempt, and then I'm going to cause a big one, then I'm going to get going. Once again, thank you guys for joining the stream and or video on YouTube. Please hit the like button, follow me on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, all the usual means of support. I'd really appreciate it, you guys. My channel is bigger than it's ever been. I have no one to thank but you guys. As long as you guys keep up the support, I will keep up the videos. Just like I said before, barring some unexpected holiday plans that puts me away from my computer for a few days. Aside from that, I will keep up the videos. Hopefully every single day. And hopefully starting in January/February, twice a day. Every day. A full race of a certain track in a particular era. And then the usual can I recreate. And in addition to that, I'm just going to be trying to do regular uploads of just full laps around certain tracks, inboard cockpit views. Did I say inboard? I meant onboard. Alright, so yeah, this is going to be the last attempt. And I'm going to exit out quickly, pick at another roster that has 42 opponents, come back into the race real quick and try to cause the biggest wreck possible going the wrong way. Because I've already caused some pretty big ones going forwards in this stream so far, so I'm gonna just be going the wrong way. Whoa. Damn it, those cars up there are a little too far ahead. Looks kind of silly, but I'm gonna try it anyway. I'm gonna try with Michael Waltrip right here. Come on. Oh, damn it. I'm not sure if Ken Schrader didn't hit me there, if that wouldn't have been perfect. Because it looked like I was going to start to tumble the right way, but the way he hit me kind of ruined it. But the way I was going back up into turn 3 in the banking, it looked like I was started tumbling, facing the outside wall like he did. Oh, that part's good, that part's good. Nah. It didn't look like he actually affected the trajectory of how I was going that much, but... Oh, that was looking promising. It looked like right there he's going to start tumbling down the banking as opposed to just flipping down on his wheels right there. Oh, damn it. That would have been amazing if the last attempt was perfect. Although it did look like he screwed up the trajectory of when I was upside down a little bit. You can... Right there. Looked like I kind of changed momentum. Oh, darn it. I'll give a like button for hit the like button for that one. Nope, single race. Just changing another. Just changing the roster. Cup 2003, there we go. Alright, so I'm gonna try to cause the biggest one possible. Oh, cloudy. That works good.
Drivers, start your engines!
The Arnold Schwarzenegger driver introduction. I forgot I had that. So yeah, speaking of game sounds, at some point I know I accidentally... Well, not accidentally, it's not that bad of a thing, but I got some updated driver introductions like that, like the start your engines, because I know those aren't the default ones. I know for sure Arnold Schwarzenegger wasn't default in the game. So yeah, I guess at some point I did accidentally switch over some of the sounds without even realizing it. Alright, the goal is going to be to get every single car involved. I know there's been plenty of videos, I'm sure, where people have gotten every single car involved in a wreck, a 43 car wreck. However, I'm curious to see if I could do a challenge to where I could get every single car to roll over without without changing any settings to cause the cars to glitch out. Like changing the grip up to like 7 or 8, like whatever you do to have the cars all freaking out when they line up for the pace lap. Or they look like lowriders with the hydraulics, and they're bouncing up and down.
You've been disqualified for reckless driving.
I don't want to time this perfectly so I can be flying right out of the pit right as they're coming up.
Watch that speed now. Keep it on 3,500 in seconds.
I think I waited too long. God damn it. Actually, that kind of worked out. I kind of mistimed the coming out of the pits a little bit, but I was still able to fly down in the through the infield grass to take out most of everyone, and I actually timed it hitting Kenseth perfectly. Alright, so let's see how that looked. Alright, yeah, I actually timed that pretty damn good. Elliott Sadler's car looks almost as trashed as it did after the 2003 wreck. I don't see it happen to Gordon there. He took some, like, evasive action. Where is he? Where is he? Where's Gordon? There he is. Oh, he did. He did spin out. Took out all these guys. Caused Ken Schrader to go for a ride. Alright, so let's see all this from a wide shot. Let's go to spectator. I timed that pretty damn good. Even though I kind of messed up the initial timing coming out of the pits. Alright, so that is it for today's stream. So like I said, earlier I apologize for being gone for a few days without warning. I was busy with holiday plans. I figured you guys guessed that much. But I am back now. Stay tuned for some streams tomorrow. 1, if not 2. Sorry, some stupid antivirus popped up on my computer, like always. Alright, so that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for joining in today. I will be back tomorrow. Hope you guys had a good holidays. They're not over yet. New Year's is coming up. Hope you guys are going to have a happy New Year's. I will see you between now and then. Until then, have a good rest of your day. Thanks for the support, guys. Bye.